Ladies and gents, boys and girls, I have brought this up before. This is the Canbus expander that my buddy Pete Sontag made. It is a custom little circuit board and everything. And this, what it does is it's basically Canbus IO expansion. So if you have a Holley, any of the Hollies, this this will shoot over sensor information from the can exactly the same way the Holley one does. The configuration is the same and everything, but you buy this and you have to hook up the rest. You have to build the harness. Let me show you what the harness looks like. This is the can section you have to attach, and then the other one's just flying leads with this connector on them. This guy right here, the mating connector. Just like the Holley one, you have to make all the connections, and I hate wiring, so what I do is I look for stuff I want, but I don't want to wire, and then I set it up for you guys. So as part of a prototype, this is fully working, but I keep slimming down the connector. So this goes to a pre-terminated harness that I built specifically for this. So you can buy Pete's can board here, and then my terminated plug and play harness. Haha, Terminator plug and play. So this is the business end, the brains, and then this is the pre-terminated harness that I build. So that has the connector that goes to the brain box. That's a terrible word. These are the outputs. So there's 4 ground outputs, and we are beta testing a PWM output, so you could do dial-a-boost in and solenoid out without using your I/O. Yes, the big thing, if you haven't seen the first video, I should link to it down below. When I don't, let me know and I will change it. So the awesome thing is this was built to offload your internal I/O, so you have 4 in and 4 outs. And a lot of people have a bunch of miscellaneous, and those are used up with important things and not extra things that would be cool or would be nice to have feature-wise. I would say most commonly the people that follow my stuff want to use flex and the alternator combo, and they also want the dial-a-boost. So this is the flex, this is the dial-a-boost, and then we are going to pre-crimp these guys onto like an AEM or I'm not buying the AEM ones anymore actually, guys. I wanted to talk about that a little bit. The last couple have had so many failures in the batches that obviously I have to replace that stuff, and then AEM's warranty service is very difficult, and they want proof of destruction when you have a bad one to get another, and then since they're a month or 2 out, I can't get a replacement for a month or 2. So that all is super annoying. I have an account with ECU Master, and ECU Master made my Raccoon dial stuff. So I think I'm just going to fully switch over to ECU Master so I don't have to keep doing this and people don't have to be disappointed. So yeah, there's the can connector right there. You might know that guy. There's what I put on these is 2 pressure transducer harnesses. You can see them all hanging out there. Most frequently I would say someone wants flex, they want the dial input, and then I would say they want pressure inputs more than anything else. So you could do back pressure and coolant pressure or anything like that. You could measure the pressure coming out of your turbo versus what's in the intake, a whole slew of things. So this is the big key right here, I think, is what people are going to want, because you buy the board and you have to do all that, which, you know, it's cool if you want to tinker, but if you want this and you just want to plug everything in and not have to worry about it, I know this is tedious and I change it all the time. So after I do 5, 6 of these, I can figure out a better way every time. The next stage of this is we are going to eliminate this large connector. I put it on there more for rapid prototyping, but what's cool about Pete instead of a giant manufacturer is, I come up with ideas and he comes up with ideas and we share and make sure it's a good idea. And he has revised the board because I said, you know, Pete, the people want all the connectors on one end, and it will also be easier to pin plug and play to this. So he even did USB 3 because micro is just dying and dead. And then it has 12 pin, or it has 16 pin instead of a 12 pin. So there's the difference, but he keeps making them better. And then what I'd like to do is sell the harness once I want to make the harness go down to this Molex connector. So that'll happen. I want to sell the harnesses for $250 configured the way they are. It's going to get tricky if you guys want custom things other than this. I would assume this is what most people want. If not, please list, you know, the 4 things you would like. The board has a dedicated input for flex. Set up it particularly for flex, not just dedicated, but the back end of it has smoothing and stuff built in for the flex sensor. And then also on the flex input wire, a lot of you might not know, the flex sensor can report continuity in frequency, and it can also send in fuel temperature based off of PWM on the same signal wire. Other ECUs use this, and you can see flex amount and fuel temperature, but Holley does not. So you get a free input of fuel temperature. You put it wherever you want, you can see the fuel temperature. So that's a nice little added bonus. But yeah, I figure most people have, if you're watching this, something I make wiring wise, and they are using flex and the dial already, and this is just a giant skip ahead. Gives you 2 pressure inputs, 4 outputs, and then I want to sell the harness for $250 if I can with the dials, and then maybe if the solenoid thing works out being an actual reliable boost output source. You can't use it as a reactive boost source. The stuff on the directly in doesn't have to go over a CAN stream, so it's as fast as possible. And other stuff that's not as important, you can offload to this, like turning fans on and a second fuel pump and stuff that doesn't need to be instantaneous. And then what that does is affords you to do like vehicle speed directly in to the ECU. So it would be nice. People always want a tiny bit of I/O, and I think this may fill a gap. So you have the simple, cheap board, but then it's difficult to plug in. So I'm trying to, again, bridge that gap. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what sensors you would like list all of them, or list the 2 extras, like the pressure sensors. Is pressure what you guys would commonly use? I think so, so that's why I did that. Let me know. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know if you want to buy this one. This one's for sale. This entire pre-configured, pre-tested, pre-terminated harness, ready to fly. So let me know if you want to buy it right now. I'm going to wire some more, and they're going to be functionally the same, just possibly prettier. That's all. Okay, thanks, bye.